Okay. So we're going to look at this quilt. What do you guys see or notice in this quilt? There's a lot of shapes on it. Okay.
There's like a wolf thing.
It's a wolf thing. Okay.
Maybe we can see a little bit better.
You can like really tell that each person has their own square because it's not one big thing.
Okay. So you can see that it's different because they're all unique.
I see that they're like different, like telling a story,
Okay.
like saying how their day was or what happened.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Go ahead.
There's like different shapes.
Yeah, lots of different shapes. And yeah, everyone had their each own unique squares. So they were, doing things that were telling about, whatever they were wanted to tell, or stories or things that were important to them. And there's a couple other ones I have here. So here's another example of one that had each little different square in their own shape, and they got to put their own fabrics and colors. Can someone tell me about this one? Yeah. So this one was a little later in the 1800s when all the states or territories had kind of been a little more developed than what stage in history you're learning about right now.
What is that? Those are rivers. No, those things are just canals.
That's Louisiana. That's why they named it Louisiana.
No, that's Idaho, the one that was like this. Yeah.
Okay, and then here's another one that.
It's kind of confusing. I like it.
I like it.
And it has a lot of colors.
It does have a lot of colors. It's a very good observation. Okay.
I'm going to throw that away here in a minute.
For me.
Kylie, turn off the projector real quick.
Good observation.
I shouldn't hear any side conversations.
Okay, so today we are going to use our social events that we like to do when we make our very own quilt piece. I want you to use 2 shapes or more and at least 2 patterns. I like to go on picnics, so I made my quilt have all of these little ants on it and then the little trails that I think the ants would go. So those are my patterns. And then first I cut up squares and I started with a red checker cloth, very traditional picnic table kind of pattern. And then I decided I wanted to make it a little bit more interesting, so I started cutting up triangles and I sort of arranged that. So you can experiment with arranging different things. I'm going to give you a piece of white paper, and then you're going to get some paper from the scrapbook box. And you can cut out different shapes and play around with the patterns. But remember to keep in mind that this is a social event. So however you want to make that. So maybe I think that I want to make a birthday hat because I like to go to birthday parties. So I would cut out a bunch of other shapes and play around with the arrangement. And then before you glue, once you glue down, it's a little tricky to add the marker to it. You can add marker and draw on your patterns. I'm going to draw on patterns to my birthday hat. And then when that's finally done, you're going to use your glue stick and make sure when you're gluing down